We will call this May Board of Police Commissioner meeting to order. First, we've got attendance. We've got Commissioners Collins, Commissioner Burke, and Commissioner President Garrett here. First thing on the agenda is the approval of the meeting minutes from the January 16th, 2024 meeting. Any questions on that? All right, I'll make a motion to approve. Second from Councilor Collins. Commissioner, I shouldn't say Councilor, Commissioner. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Approval passes 3-0. We have no old business. We have no new business. We do have some other matters. The first is a recruitment update. Chief Spears.
Thank you very much. It's good to be with you. I'm glad we're having another meeting this year.
Yeah.
We've had some changes in our police department occur since last we met. Captain Drake Sterling left us to go to be the Carmel police chief, and he was replaced with Captain Josh Samuelson here. So Josh, his responsibilities include the patrol function, all the patrol officers and the school resource officers. Captain Kleiken has moved into the role formerly occupied by Captain Sterling, and he's responsible for what we call support services, which is our investigative units and administration, which includes our recruits screening and hiring and training process, and he's going to give us an update on where we're at with them right now.
Well, thank you, Chief, and good morning, everybody. Marius Kleiken, police captain here. Do want to give you an update. We have 4 new hires that we hired on the 29th of April. All 4 candidates are exceptional candidates. 2 of them are going through the lateral process. One of them is a lateral hire from another police department within Indiana. The other one is a lateral from a federal agency, and we're still working on his waiver. The other 2 are brand new officers who will be attending ILEA in August. So currently from the hiring process, they went through a week of orientation, which includes human resources, policies and procedures, uniforms, everything that we need to get them up to date to function on the road as a police officer. The new hires plus our one that has the lateral waiver in all did a 40-hour pre-basic course that allows them to function as a police officer, and that is good for 1 year until they can go to ILEA, which is the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy. That pre-basic covers everything from constitutional law, criminal law, driving, emergency vehicle operations, physical tactics, and firearms. And then currently right now, they've just completed their first week of field training. They're out on a variety of different shifts with field trainers. They'll begin that process and keep going in that field training until they go to the Law Enforcement Academy. I'll entertain any questions you have at this time.
Thanks, Captain. I have one question. Great news on the 4 hires. When we, as council was, I think, passing the budget for last year, was it 4? Or I felt like there were more than 4.
It was. We were aiming for 5, and we were targeting 5 when we were going through this process. And as our list worked out, and as we went through the process, we were able to identify 4 candidates that we could hire.
So it's possible you could look to hire another in 2024, or you feel good about the?
Just a subtle correction here. We had 2 positions approved last year for 2024, but we also had 2 vacancies. So that's where these 4 positions come from. We actually have a 5th vacancy, and that's due to the separation of Captain Sterling. So I don't want to preview what we're going to propose for 2025, but it will probably be another 2 officers. So if we take those 2 plus the 1 vacancy, in 2025, we would hope to be able to hire 3 more.
Makes perfect sense.
I think you did just preview it. I think you did just preview it. The 2 laterals don't have to go to ILEA, correct? It's just the 2 new recruits?
The 1 lateral definitely does not. He is already good to go in Indiana. The other lateral is coming from a federal agency, and so with that, he will need to get a waiver approved by the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy, and we're in the process of getting that done now. We're waiting on a few additional pieces of documentation from his previous employer to be able to submit that full application, and that's due mid-June.
Typically, does someone from that federal agency that comes over to an agency like ours get approval?
I feel very positive about that waiver going through there. I do have him enrolled in the academy in the event it does not get approved.
Okay.
But I feel good about it, and he will need to go through some specific Indiana criminal law in some of the breakout weeks, as they call them, which is the firearms and the physical tactics. He will need that training there, and then the specific Indiana law,
Got it.
if approved.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for the update. This board also has an appointment for the Use of Force Board. Chief, do you mind just for the public record telling us what the Use of Force Board is, and we can talk about our nominee?
Yes. We created a use of force board in Zionsville in 2020, I believe. And the purpose of that board is to review all the uses of force by our police officers. Now that use of force review begins at the first level, and the sergeants and lieutenants in the field who respond to these incidents create detailed reports, and they're passed up to the captains, and they review them, and then we assemble a group together to look at those very, very specifically and with great transparency. And to do that, we've included civilian members on the board, because we want the citizenry to have confidence that everything we're doing is again, it's kind of an overused word, but transparent and as open to the public and others as possible. So they'll look at the incident from a variety of sources, use a variety of sources to examine the incident, which can include the written reports, body cameras, other camera video that's available of the incident, from the cars, from businesses and so forth, to really have a full understanding of what happened in the incident and how our officers have responded to it. The great news is that I think because of the training and the professionalism of our police officers, force is rarely used. And when it does have to be used, it's used appropriately. And this board, I think, helps us to get that message out to the public in a better way than if we just tell it ourselves. So when we have the members of the town, citizens from the town on the board, it really has a lot of weight when these things are examined and related back to the public.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Any questions on that? Talking through with various people that might be appointed here, I think I would really stand behind Council President Jason Plunkett as our appointment. He's long-term had done public service, and I think is someone that would look at this in a manner that we would want representing this board. So I would nominate Jason as our appointment for the Use of Force Board. Is there a second on that? We've got a second from Commissioner Collins.
There was a question first. Well, I mean, just as a council member, I'm in support of it, but I'm glad you seconded it. I think it shows more broad-based support.
Yeah, that makes sense. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Appointment passes 3 in favor and 0 opposed. Any other questions? Otherwise, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second from Commissioner Burke. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? We are adjourned 3-0. The next regular Board of Police Commission meeting is scheduled for Monday, June 17th, 2024 at 8 a.m. or upon the conclusion of the Town Council meeting. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.